Right, without being disrespectful at all or anything, you got the bit of luck you needed to make the breakthrough, didn't you, today in the cup?
Yeah, in the sense that the way the circumstances around the first goal were slightly unusual. Yeah, I think the first half performance I was really pleased with, bar the fact that we didn't come in ahead. I think we'd given them one decent opportunity where you might have had a better angle than us, but it looked close. I think the lad bent it with his left foot around the post after we'd given them the ball. But aside from that, we were pretty comfy and created lots of chances. So yeah, we were pleased with the first half performance, and we wanted to put on a good performance today. You know, we always do. Obviously, that sounds like an obvious thing to say, but we wanted to put on a good performance that showcased some of the things that we did well, certainly last week, and to score another 3 goals, you know, by the 94th minute was pleasing. So yeah, we were really pleased to be in the hat for the next round. That was the most important thing today. But I think we've done that in decent enough style. I think probably we had 10 minutes when we went 1-0 down. When we went 1-0 up, I think we had 10 minutes where we were a little bit not under the cosh, but they put a lot of players on the top line. That happens at this level. People go 1-0 down, and then they come out and they put lots of players on the top line, and it's not that easy to deal with. You know, I sense the frustration at times from the fans and myself. I'm getting frustrated as well. It's like, get pressure to the ball, but it's hard because you know one long ball's going to come in with 5 or 6 on the top line, and if they pick up a second ball, they're on the edge of your box. But once we got to grips with that and secured the ball and had a bit more possession, and got the second goal, I think we killed it off, didn't we?
Yeah, I wasn't being disrespectful because we were in agreement with the performance, really, that you dominated the first half. The conceding the goal meant they had to come out a bit. They put more players on. You must be pleased with how your defence and midfield coped with that extra pressure.
Yeah, I was actually. Like I say, bar that 10-minute spell where I felt like it could have been a long final 25 minutes. I thought we got to grips with that pretty well. I mean, they brought the captain on, the 4 for them, King, who usually plays regular, and part of his role is he goes on high and they hit balls onto him. And obviously they brought Bembo back in today, who's not been available for a while, who's a very experienced centre forward. And I thought the back line handled sort of those 2 really well when they came on. So yeah, that was pleasing. To get a clean sheet is pleasing, and as I say, to be in the next round is pleasing.
And Ollie Shenton doesn't score too many goals, but he took that one really well, didn't he?
He did, and obviously it's a frustration for us that Ollie doesn't score more because he's technically so good. He's so good. And he finished it really well, didn't he? He shifted the ball, had to do a little bit of work to get himself facing the goal, and then he's finished it really, really well. So yeah, pleased that he's come on and affected the game, because again, that's what you want your substitutes to do, to come on and affect the game. And we know what Potsy offers in terms of the strength and physicality, and obviously he's laid the 3rd goal on at the end there for Hursty, and was a good foil as well for Connor, who'd worked really hard in that hour. So yeah, pleased. It's been a pleasing day's work. Obviously Ollie Hayward came on in circumstances that are difficult always to come into the back line when the game's level. Bucko was feeling a little bit under the weather, so we felt like it was sensible to get him out of there. And again, Ollie was really strong and solid with his defensive actions as well.
Yeah, Louis showed what he can do as a centre forward, but we were very praiseworthy of Connor when he went off. Thought he showed himself well. He does a lot of work off the ball.
Yeah, listen, he did well. He did well for us today, and we knew that against the 2 centre halves of theirs, we needed aggressive runs in behind them. That's not particularly what they enjoy playing against, and probably barring a goal, he'd put in a pretty strong showing by and large for us. So yeah, we're pleased. I thought actually that one might pop up. I think Jordan had a strike, didn't he? And the keeper's made what Connor actually said was a very, very good save. He's got it over the bar. Connor was there ready to nod it in, which would have been ironic because that would have been the third instance of him nodding one in off a rebound. But no, he did. He put in a good showing today, as did many players. Without, I could go through the whole squad, and I think that everyone really was at a minimum of a 7. And if you get that, then you're not going to be too far away.
You wanted a bit of a cup run. You've got one. You're into the 2nd round, and I think the National League North and South come in. So obviously National League North will be of interest to Leek Town, who are in their region. So what are you looking forward to? What you're hoping for in that draw?
Yeah, well, it's difficult, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, there's every chance now that you're going to play someone of a higher level than yourselves, and if not, he's going to be at the same level. I'm not sure how the draw is structured in terms of whether it goes north-south split or whether there's still like a Midlands section that we obviously find ourselves falling into, which is why we've ended up playing Hales Owen and Bromsgrove. So yeah, we'll take whatever comes. I think at the end of the day, what we know is that we can put game plans together and cause problems for any team when we defend like that, because that's something we haven't done well enough in recent times. But when we defend like that, we know we've got enough threat going the other way to score a goal. So well, let's wait and see what happens.
One last question. I mean, I know that you think every game is important, but is having a cup run like a bit of an adventure? It's something really exciting to do.
Yeah, I think everybody. You ask anybody, any supporter, any player associated with a club, any staff member or board member, to have a cup run is always exciting, isn't it? It just gives a different feel going into the game when you wake up on that particular Saturday, because it is a one-off game. So yeah, of course, we'd love to go. Deeper into the competition. It's obviously a very tough competition for a step 3 or a step 4 side to really progress far in, because of the nature of the number of clubs above you, step 1 and step 2, that are always going to be probably there or thereabouts when it comes to the latter stages. But yeah, we'd love to have a run.
Like us all, you will be listening intently to the radio or wherever the draw is made on Monday.
Yes, yeah, we will.